continue to a coffee break at 2:30. And at 7 p.m., we have a great panel of women business mentors and leaders at the outdoor hall at around 7 p.m. We look forward to seeing you there. After the break, we'll resume with our 2 tracks of afternoon breakout sessions, business and technical. Please continue to observe our guidance on health protection by continuing to wear your masks at all possible times, regularly sanitizing your hands, and maintaining social distancing. Thanks to our Dubai Live attendees for purchasing tickets to the summit. All proceeds from summit tickets go to support the Acronis Cyber Foundation, our nonprofit project that builds schools and provides technical training to young people living in needy communities around the world. Your contributions really make a difference there. Our first panel of the afternoon is on the timely topic of protecting smart cities, and we have 2 deeply experienced experts to delve into it. Lieutenant Colonel Dr. Hamad Khalifa Ibrahim heads the Telecom Division in Information and Communication Technology Center for the Abu Dhabi Police General Headquarters, where he has served for nearly 20 years. Joining him is his colleague, Dr. Hamid Al-Shamsi, who serves at the Abu Dhabi Police GHQ as artificial expert. Welcome, Dr. Khalifa and Dr. Al-Shamsi. Gentlemen, the stage is yours.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum.
And welcome everybody today. First of all, I would like to thank Acronis for hosting this wonderful and great event. It's been a long time after GITEX that seeing so many people attending such an event. And a special thanks for Mr. James and Marabi for this invitation. And today we would like to share some knowledge and information that we do have in Abu Dhabi. Lately, Abu Dhabi as a city and Dubai has been recognized as one of the safest cities around the globe. We are working behind the scene, and the vision of Abu Dhabi Police General Headquarters is to make the community safe and secure as well as the road. First of all, we are going to get some talking about the future that we are living in. United Arab Emirates as a country that we do proud of celebrating the 50 years of achievement lately. There are so many initiatives related to how to protect and make the country safe and secure. The agenda is going to talk about the futures here, the wake of 5G and LTE, later on the 5G and the security. After that, we're going to talk about some artificial intelligence initiatives and showcases that Dr. Hamid Shamsi is going to present for you guys. And hopefully, nobody is going to get any tickets while you are coming to Abu Dhabi, as well as Dubai. Well, talking about the futures here, as I said, lately, the cybersecurity space and environment has been increased a lot. And 2019, United Arab Emirates government has initiated the Cybersecurity Council, which Dr. Mohammed Kuwaiti heading this community. Since the government 2003 tried to move into a paperless government, we have been working so much, investing a lot of money. It's not about the money that we have or the investment that we spend. It's about the change of the human that we reach until the spot. So I guess and believe that the future of most of the businesses and ICT companies are going to be a wonderful opportunity in United Arab Emirates, especially Dubai. So the wake of 5G and LTE, we are talking about the digital transformation that the government are speeding up. Most of the services, either the private sector or the public sector, to move in. And His Highness Sheikh Mohammed Rashid has given an assignment for most of the federal entities that 99% of the services and the procedures has to be online. And then we need to talk about the speed. We need the speed. So our service provider and a wonderful infrastructure that we do have in United Arab Emirates is about deploying the 5G. And I guess we are among the first countries who are deploying the 5G. And for those who are visiting from overseas to attend this event, I think you are going to experience how the speed of the 5G is completely different. And I assume Rudy is one of my friends who came from Lebanon. And I would advise you to check out the 5G that we do have over here instead of the service provider in Lebanon. It's just a comparison, no more.
Good.
So 5G is the backbone, and as a head of telecommunication in Abu Dhabi Police, I said the 5G is the core business to implement the artificial intelligence technology and all the emerging technologies. We have been deployed the LTE technologies and telecommunication in Abu Dhabi Police to be one of the safest telecommunication and networks to be used around the city of Abu Dhabi. 5G and the security. As I said, the initiator of Cybersecurity Council has been a big hassle for the government since its initiative. Everything has been done at the front line. There is no information about the backbone. And we are just talking about the media people telling us or questioning us about the cybersecurity attacks happening around the globe or even around the United Arab Emirates. And I said, cybersecurity attacks is a huge and a global topic. That probably we are only a small and a tiny little bit of element that's going to work in cybersecurity attacks. So the security, one of the most important elements that we need to focus since we are moving and shifting all the services and the government into online, and the digital information or digital transformation procedure hasn't been taking that much time since 2003 until now. We are so proud on where we are as a small, tiny little country that's hosting at least 10 million people who are living here. With all these events, the security is very, very critical. Now moving to artificial intelligence initiatives, and I will let my colleague Dr. Hamid Shamsi talking about some of the showcases that we do have in Abu Dhabi.
As you know, artificial intelligence, each organization has their own strategies. And along with the UAE strategies, we have our own strategy for Abu Dhabi. And we have a list of priority and objective. So our priority is policing organization that is managed and efficient and effectively. How this priority is coming with, from that priority, we have an object, the ideal use of artificial intelligence and any technology that the latest in the market. From that, we have a certain of strategic access, which is the safety, the community. We need to focus on supporting a better service for our community and make our city is safe and resilient. So before we have our strategies, we have a list of challenges before. So these challenges that we faced before, that we have a tremendous amount of data, but this data was not cleaned to be used for AI application. And also increase the number of human resources. Every day that we have a lot of challenge from different entities that we face before. And the security preparedness, also decision making. In all time, to make a decision take time. But since we use AI, it's helped us to fast respond and make a decision. Because we have a latest technology that predict any scenarios that will happen in a minute or 5 minutes or next hour or a day, that we need to prepare for that and make different scenarios to make our law enforcement prepare for any reason or any situation. So that's make our cities more resilient and secure. And we'll show you some example of applications that we build in-house. So one of the most advanced technology that we have a smart petrol car. This is one of the most advanced petrol car in the world that has multiple AI technology that can detect if you don't wear seatbelt. It will even detect you don't wear seatbelt, or if you use your cell phone and disturb the others, it will even detect that. Plus, if you are over speed, the camera around that car, it can detect and release the violation immediately. Also, we call it like operation room, moving around the city, or any person that in a blacklist, it can even spot that while the car is driving. The next system is the system pattern. The system pattern it detects any cars that moving around the city. If one vehicle that has a fake plate, it can spot immediately. This is the real car and this is the fake car. And the third one is a ghost. Ghost is a system that can predict any situation that I mentioned earlier. We can use it for traffic. We can predict what time the rush hour or any accident that we will predict in the future that come in next hours or next day. So we can reduce the speed during the fog time or raining time. So make the road more safer for our community. Plus that, if any crime or we can predict where the next hotspot that we need the petrol car can prevent happen anything in that area. So we need our city more safe and secure. The fourth one is harder. Harder is a radar, is a software that we build inside in-house that can detect any violation that comes from radar in all time. It takes like multiple days to from sending from radar to our network and then send to auditor that take huge number. If you receive like huge number of data, that take a lot of time and effort for auditor to recheck and that. So now it takes only 5 minutes from radar to send the message to the end user. So we can process 1,000 in a minute. So in all time we can process maybe 1,000 in a day, but now in a minute we can process 1,000. The fourth one is a fast. Fast is a system that the camera that is placed in every corner of the city. It can detect immediately using machine learning if any car, if any driver that who doesn't wear seatbelt or using his cell phone while he drives, it can spot everyone in the car and send the violation immediately. So in a 5 years, Abu Dhabi is mentioned one of the safest city in the world. How we get that in that point? Because we have a very solid infrastructure using the latest advanced technology, and we can predict any scenario that will happen in any moment, and we can prepare our law enforcement different scenarios. So we want our safe and the community feel safe in any time. If you even walk in the midnight or even in 3 in the morning by yourself, nobody will touch you, or even if your home door is open, no one will get in because the city is very secure and safe. So you will feel like even if you are traveling and you leave anything in your house, no one will touch it because all the surveillance camera around the city, it can detect and send the immediate response to the monitoring room, and we can stop even before it's happened. So yeah, this is what our strategies and our city-wide safe and resilient. Thank you so much for listening.
Just to add one more thing, that lately Abu Dhabi Police General Headquarters has started up a safe city department. That some of the applications that Dr. Hamid Shah was talking about is in-house made. We do have a community of a local and a foreigner programmers who are working for the organization. And from that point, the Safe City initiative has become a module for the federal government of the United Arab Emirates. And this is where we are reaching at the moment. The top countries and cities around the globe are safest, and we are, as I said, a small country, but we got 2 cities around the globe the safest in the world. Thank you so much for listening to us today. For any other questions, you are welcome to.
Thank you again, Dr. Khalifa and Dr. Shamsi. Now, I would like to welcome to the stage Acronis CTO, Oleg Malikov, who has some exciting news about the new product capabilities that Acronis will be introducing to help you succeed in 2022. Take it away, Oleg.
The digital world is full of challenges. So far this year, phishing emails increased 62%. 94% of malware was delivered by email. 4 out of 5 organizations experienced a cybersecurity breach that started in their supply chain. The average cost of those breaches is now $3.56 million. Keeping clients protected requires a holistic approach that covers people, training clients and their end users to not open the door to attacks, and stopping unhappy employees from doing damage. Processes, finding vulnerabilities before breaches occur, patching systems before they're exploited, and automating tasks so you can focus on more value-add efforts. Technology, solving threats quickly with cutting-edge machine intelligence and behavioral heuristics. Acronis Cybersecurity is a recognized leader, with best-of-breed data protection built in. Integrating
I guess my job is simplest in this room because whatever you guys heard this morning or in the afternoon about strategy, about vision, my team have to build and deliver those tools to you. You wouldn't believe it, but it's me about months ago, before I grew up this beard. Again, Acronis, we have a vision of one-stop cyber protection solution, which will help you to protect, manage, and recover in the fastest possible way productivity of your customers, no matter what kind of code they're running. Today, again, we support in 32, 33 different types of workloads, starting from different hypervisors and different container virtualization technologies to different mail systems, different diary environment, and different email archiving systems. And we're going to extend this support to 100 plus workloads in a couple of years from now. So our goal is by the end of 2023 to support more than 100 different types of workloads. User experience is extremely important. Again, we have a team of UX designers who are working constantly non-stop on improving. We're getting telemetry from our systems. We are looking at what kind of clicks you're doing, which scenarios you're using, how much they are spending on each screen, how much time they're spending on each scenario, which scenarios you're doing more often, which scenarios you're doing less often, which scenarios are giving you more problems, which scenarios are giving you less problems. And we're improving those. I will cover it in follow-up slides. Again, integrations, so far we integrated with 24 RMM and PSA solutions. We will be extending it more and more. But in addition to integrations with RMM and PSA, we started building our own platform, kind of extending it in such a way that system integrators and ISVs, they can integrate with our platform. This year we launched integration with a company called OmniVoice, where we integrated a voice solution into Acronis platform, and also we integrated our solution into third-party automation and management platforms. This year, in March, I mentioned this morning, we changed our product portfolio to make it much simpler. Instead of all this Acronis Backup, Acronis Cyber Protect, Standard Edition, Advanced Edition, it was a very complex licensing, and you understand that we operate today in almost 160 different countries. It's a so-called shipping countries where we send our software and give our partners and customers. We end up with about 25,000 different SKUs to sell, which is nightmare logically for us as a company. And we decided, okay, we're not going to sell a bunch of different products. We're going to sell just one product, both on premise and in the cloud. It will be called Acronis Cybersecurity Cloud. This is what we see in the center. It has a lot of functionality, which we believe is very sufficient for protecting your basic workloads. But if you have specific needs, we developed these 6 packages called advanced packs on top. And you can stack them any way you like. So you can buy a license for workstation or workload, and then on top of it, you can add advanced backup, advanced DR, DLP, DR, and so on. So this is what's coming. Big push from our side is unification, because again, company was evolving and we were building different type of tools, and constantly we had a challenge when you as a partner have to log into 2 different control panels, so 3 different control panels, 5 different control panels. Our goal was the end of 2022 to make sure that you guys are logging into just one control panel and one console. So what we're going to do is we're going to have single console. Now you have 5. You have management console to manage your accounts. You have cyber protection console to manage your services. You have separate customer support portal, which is where you file your tickets with us, customer support services, and you're looking at the resolution of those tickets. You have separate marketing portal where you can go pick up, register for MDF funds, so you download marketing materials from there. And then we have another customer portal. What we're going to do, we're going to implement this into one portal. It will all be accessible from Acronis Cybersecurity. Then single partner portal will also go there. Support portal, also there single marketing. So instead of remembering 5 different logins, you just need to use one login. This year we added a lot of new workloads like MariaDB and MySQL. We added support for Open Exchange, we added support for VMware Cloud Director, we added support for scale computing. Virtualization, which is, I believe, right now, together with Hyper-V and VMware 6, is scale computing. We're looking at what kind of workloads you're running. We're covering about 85% of virtualization workloads you guys have. The rest is much, much smaller, but we will get to it probably in 2023 because it's not the highest priority right now. So what are we going to do in 2022? First of all, support for public clouds. We're seeing Azure is growing. That's why we're going to do support for agentless backup and agentless cyber protection for Azure VMs. For hosting providers, we're going to release a product for email archiving. For Open Exchange, we're going to release backup. And briefly, for Salesforce, we're going to release backup, anti-phishing, anti-malware scanning, and so on. This is kind of a little bit higher SMEs or higher end SMBs who are using Salesforce. Acronis today, we have few dozen thousands of MSPs we are working with, and they're different in size, different in profile. Some of them are in business about 16 to 20 years. They're very mature. They have hundreds of customers. They have thousands of workload, and the services portfolio is quite big and quite mature. But at the same time, we have partners who are MSPs who just started. I would say, I don't want to say out of garage, but it's like 2-3 guys with 10 customers with 50 or 100 workloads, and they picking and choosing different solutions one by one. So we want to work with both of those. And our portfolio is growing in the same way. We started small. We started with just backup and disaster recovery about 10-15 years ago. Then we started adding cyber protection and security about 5 years ago when we released our active protection product, and we started fighting with malware. We have very strong anti-ransomware product, and we keep hearing from our partners like, look, I had a few hundred workstations, and some of them were protected by competitive solution, and some of them were protected by Acronis ransomware. Those which were protected by competitors failed. Those protected by Acronis, they're still standing and they're still working. What we're going to do in 2022, 2 biggest pushes on our side will be endpoint detection and response. I'll cover what it is. You have to think about it in a very simple way. Endpoint detection and response will help you to do a few things. One is to identify the attack and to visualize it, to understand what happened. So basically, what attack started, how it evolved over the time, which files were touched. And second, it will help you to remediate as fast as you can. DLP, in lame terms, is basically protecting your sensitive data. It has 2 components. One is the configuration management, where you will be able to say, hey, this particular USB device cannot be plugged into the computer, or none of the USB devices can plug into the computer, you cannot copy anything. And second, we have pretty good, I would call it, sniffers for different protocols, which will prohibit people to copy sensitive data through social networks or messengers. Now, a little bit more details. Running EDR solution today requires a highly trained security people because it's expensive solution. Typically, they sold in enterprises, costs thousands or dozens of thousands of dollars, and even with highly skilled and highly trained security personnel, it takes about, according to statistics from the industry, it takes about 2 to 6 hours to investigate an incident. 2 to 6 hours. And then, according to the same statistic, it takes about 120 hours to respond, which means something happened. You spend 6 hours trying to understand what happened, then 120 hours to respond to this. Security experts in the industry, they identified 1-10-60 rule, which means you have to be able to detect the threat in 1 minute, understand what's going on, investigate it in 10 minutes, and respond in some way in 60 minutes. What we're building in Acronis, it will be tightly integrated product for EDR, which will help managed service providers to follow this rule 1-10-60, which means we will provide very easily identifiable, like understandable reports, human understandable reports. Because right now, if you look at EDR reports from leading, I would say, enterprise-grade solutions, you have to be PhD in security to just understand what's going on. We'll provide a report which any technician with a basic IT knowledge will understand this is what happened. Second, we will provide a predefined remediation. So first of all, you would be able to stop attacks from threat spreading. Second, you would be able to roll back whatever attack brought to your environment. And third, stop future attacks by patch management and by blacklisting. And I would say none of the solutions on the market cannot do all of this from one package. Usually you have to buy a lot of licenses, you have to buy a lot of different solutions. This will be available in a very affordable advanced pack on top of our base license, on top of our Acronis Cybersecurity standard license. Second advanced pack we're using in 22 is advanced data loss prevention. A lot of your customers are working today in highly regulated industries. It can be finance, it can be insurance, it can be healthcare. And just quoting Poynman Institute data, I can share that 90% of small businesses feel threatened by insider attack by all their own employees. They're doing sometimes it by mistake, sometimes they do it on purpose because of malicious intent. 75% of organizations experienced an attack, insider attack, in the past 12 months. Imagine it's basically 3/4 of organizations, they experience a data loss because people are copying data or something. 73% of those organizations experienced when the sensitive data or compliance regulated data was copied and shared by employees outside of the company, 73%. And 35% out of those companies, they shared that their employees, when they shared this information, they did not even realize that this data is sensitive. So what we're building right now, and our R&D team is building, Nikolai probably will be talking a little bit more about this today in his sessions, is we're building a product which will first of all create default DLP policies for your customers and for your workloads. If you do it automatically, so instead of spending time manually configuring DLP policies, you observe what kind of data flow you have in your company, what is sensitive information, what are you marking as sensitive, what is compliancy, and then using custom data classifiers and predefined sensitive data detectors, you can create exceptions and you basically can fine-tune this base DLP policies to better fit or better suit the needs of your specific customers. This way, again, you prevent data loss, and this way you can help to achieve compliance in regulated industries. Next, email archiving. We have email backup from many different email platforms. We have security protection. Now we're releasing email archiving for any supported, for any mail server out there. You will be able to automatically, based on templates, configure retention rules. So even in case your employee or employee of your customer will delete data, or email, or attachment, you can delete it back directly from Acronis Cybersecurity Cloud Console. You would be able to set up retention rules. You would be able to mark data for legal hold, which means even in case your admin deleted everything, but this data was marked for legal hold, even automatic retention rules, they will keep this data intact, and you have later on you can restore it. Salesforce protection, again, a combination of our anti-data protection technology, rel filtering, anti-phishing. Will make sure that whatever you upload to Salesforce is safe. We'll make sure that whatever you click in Salesforce is safe. We'll be able to provide you with a backup and restore capabilities on object level for Salesforce databases. Patrick was talking about this a little bit, but I will expand. Acronis is a global local company, which means we're building global presence, and at the same time we want to stay local. So we're not just buying a lot of real estate or buying space and collocation facilities around the world, buying a lot of expensive equipment and then put our software there, configure it and leave it alone. No. We build this network of data centers, but we use a global local approach, which means while we global, we try to be local, which means every time we deploy something in a new country, we localize user interface to local language. We get a phone support where you basically local line where you can call. We set up IVR with a local language prompt, like for example for India. We realize that not everybody speaks English in India, so we're translating our software right now to multiple languages and so on. So as of now, we're creating 38 data centers. Actually, we're creating 40 today. This is data a little bit, it's 1 month old. Out of them, 14 data centers were launched in the last 12 months. And the plan for 2022 is to launch additional 30 data centers in 27 different countries. A lot of them are in this region because we're seeing a lot of growth coming from Middle East, from Africa, Eastern Europe, and so on. Efficiency and productivity. I talked about this morning about agent after update. So you can create rules, it will automatically update within predefined maintenance window. Quickly switching, again, useful functionality. It's already in the product. You can try it today. But what I wanted to talk about is what we're going to build in 2022. First, I'm really excited about this left side. It's a managing protection across all customers. So instead of going into each customer tenant and creating separate protection policies and separate protection plans in our software, you would be able to create a protection plan on your level and then flexibly apply it to different tenants under your organization, under your, basically your SPs or your end customers. Same for alerts and same for devices and same for monitoring. Instead of going into each tenant and checking one by one, we'll create lists which will show you in a filtered way all the events, all the devices in one place. And on the right side, it's a small issue, but we're fixing it. I would say it was on the top of the list, one of the top items for many, many years. We're finally doing it. It's registering customer workloads under your account. Instead of creating a separate account for each customer tenant, you can just go and register those agents under your own. URL branding improvements, you would be able to do URL branding. Right now, we're getting about 700 of those requests a month for different branding, for different partners. We will automate it. It's already semi-automated. We'll provide it in such a way that you don't need your own SSL certificate. And integration with support portal, as I mentioned before, the goal is to bring all 5, but a little bit more details about support portal. You would be able to see all the tickets which you're filing with Acronis, status of the tickets directly in Acronis Cybersecurity Cloud, so you don't need to log in into 2 different places. Everything will be available from one location. We're building integration into tools for remote monitoring and management, where you would be able to do mass management of devices. You will be able to do centralized monitoring, automate tasks, and for PSA automation, you will be able to map tenants. You will be able to create plans and automatically assign those plans to tenants. If you automatically protect, you will be able to collect usage from external systems or send usage from Acronis into external systems like PSA, as well as you will be able to create automatically tickets from alerts which were, or tickets from alerts which were generated by Acronis Cybersecurity Cloud. So every time something happens in Acronis, it will automatically create ticket in the external system. For cloud service automation platforms, which are used by distributors around the world, and Acronis today we work with more than 200 different distributors in different regions, you would be able to automatically pull the list of services which Acronis is offering and populate marketplaces which are served by those marketplaces in different countries, and then you will be able just to assign pricing and start selling those. Integrations, I mentioned this morning, in 2020, we started from 2, Autotask PSA and Connect Wise Automate. We added more this year, 2021, and next year we're going to work with Intune, with Citrops and Synchro. If you're not seeing one of the local PSA RMM solutions, just scan this QR code, go to the CRO, fill out the form. We would love to learn what solutions you're using today, and I can promise either Acronis directly or one of our system integrators will help you to integrate, and you would be able to have a very tight integration between whatever RMM, PSA, CSA solution you have on Acronis. So that's it. Dozens of features coming in 2022. We constantly listen. We listen to your feedback, and more important, on the right side, it's a short email for my product management organization. We have about 76 product managers in my team. You can send it to product management, or you can send it to me, which is om@acronis.com, and I promise I will respond in 24 hours. Thank you.
Thank you, Oleg, for that amazing slate of new product capabilities coming our way. I wanted to remind attendees here in Dubai about this evening's festivities. After breakout sessions end at 6:30 p.m., we will go directly to the outdoor lawn. The evening will start with half an hour of food, drinks, and live music. At 7 p.m., we will kick off the Women in Business and Tech panel, which is always one of the most popular sessions of the summit. The food and drinks and music will continue after the panel for the rest of the evening. Please be sure to join us on the outdoor lawn starting at 6:30 p.m. We're going to wrap up today's general sessions shortly with our annual partner awards. But first, please enjoy this brief video from our partner and summit sponsor, Jamf. Acronis veterans to talk about how to get the most out of Acronis. Presenting first will be Alex Ruslikov, is Acronis' channel chief. In over 15 years at Acronis, Alex has held solutions engineering, professional services, product development, and technical account management roles. Welcome, Alex.
Got a clicker. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our event today. Hope you're having a great time and will find the session useful, because today, together with my colleague Marcus, we're going to talk about how to maximize the value of your relationship with Acronis, or your partnership with Acronis, and how to grow your business faster with our help. Before we start, let me quickly introduce myself for those of you with whom I haven't had a chance to chat yet. My name is Alex Ruslikov. I'm channel chief at Acronis. I'm with this company for over 15 years now, which feels like forever. But my background is slightly unusual for a traditional channel chief, because throughout my 18 years in IT, most of the time I spent on the engineering side of things, and I was dealing with partners daily, trying to connect the dots between their business needs and the opportunities that our technology represents, and was trying to expose the knowledge and experience of Acronis experts towards our partners. And what I was surprised with is that oftentimes when talking to a partner, they don't realize the entire potential and the entire stack of technologies that we have to offer, and they don't utilize the entire set of benefits and tools that we have to offer to help them grow. So my goal today will be to show you the full buffet of all the benefits, tools, and options and programs that we have to offer so that we can facilitate your growth. First, let's take a look at the market, a combined market of managed services and software as a service within the MSP space. And if you look at this picture, the combined market is growing 7.5% between end of last year and this year. But if we break it down into segments, the managed services segment is trending down 2.8%, while the software as a service segment is growing 17%, and clearly the software as a service segment represents an opportunity for faster growth. And this is where most of the MSPs are investing today. And if we look at the annual revenue growth of service providers that we deal with, the median would be within 6 to 15% year-over-year growth based on the data from 2020. And only 8% of partners made it to over 25% year-over-year growth in 2020, and only 12% are trending to be there in 2021. Now, let me ask you a question. Please raise your hands, those whose business is growing over 25% year-over-year today in 2021. I can see a few hands, and that's great. And this is just for comparison, so that you can compare yourself to the average Acronis service provider. So our service providers, and we're taking into consideration only those who joined prior to 2021. So obviously new partners grow faster, but those who joined prior to 2021 are growing on average 40% year over year on their business with Acronis. And what a coincidence, based on this survey, the key driving services that drive the growth of within the MSP space are data protection, cybersecurity, and IT automation. Those services that we offer out of the box as part of our platform. And now I'll tell you the greatest secret of all times, how to grow your business over 40% year over year. You ready? Well, sorry, I'm just kidding. There's no secret there. And the only reason I put these 5 vectors on the slide is to then match them to what Acronis has to offer in each of these directions. And if we go into these 5 vectors, what do we have there? We have reach, which is basically your ability to add new customers to your portfolio through marketing efforts, through social media, through word of mouth, through cold calling, whatever methods you use. Hopefully use all of these. Second one is increase of your footprint, which is basically covering more devices within your existing customers, within your existing customer base. The third one is yield, which is in fact your average revenue per unit. And this is your ability to cross-sell more services to the same user, same workload. And 2 other points from Captain Obvious are decreasing of your operational costs and increase of your net margins. And here is what Acronis has to offer for these directions. So first comes the flexible platform that is built for cross-sell. A stack of services that are designed for cross-sell, and this is your yield. This is your ability to sell more services per unit, per device, per workflow. And then comes the partner program, CyberFit partner program that we relaunched this year. And this partner program is the best on the market. It offers the best set of benefits on the market, and I can tell it to you with confidence because we did the analysis of all the major competitors. We did look at the benefits they offer. We did look at the requirements they offer, and we made sure that our program is the most competitive and simple to consume. And the program offers you financial benefits to increase your margins. It offers you marketing benefits to increase your reach. It offers support and engineering benefits to decrease your operational costs. We also have a unique team-up program, and we're going to have a separate session on this program today at 6 p.m. This is where we can connect you to some of the top sport clubs of the world. We already have over 50 partnerships with top world sport clubs, and we have access to many more through the ecosystem. This is where we can bridge you to these clubs so that you can leverage their unique marketing assets and grow your brand awareness, which eventually will result in the growth of your reach. Last but not least is aggressive and impactful promotions that we run through the channel. I definitely recommend you to visit our partner portal and check the promotions there. And for these promotions, we try to increase your margin, we try to help you increase your margin, and with this, increase your reach to your customers. And one other important point is partner portal is your point of access to those benefits and tools that I just mentioned. Now let's go into each of these pillars one by one. First comes the platform, and I bet this is the picture that you've seen quite a number of times already. Oleg was showing it, and in essence, you have the CyberProtect Cloud and the core of it, the core service, reliable and basic cyber protection for your needs. And on top, you have a set of so-called advanced stacks, which are in fact separate services that you can cross-sell to your customers. But cross-sell is a little bit tricky when it comes to service provider offerings. And it might be pretty straightforward for an a la carte type of offering where you have separate services priced separately, but how to leverage the benefit of cross-sell with other types of service provider offerings that you see on the screen. So here is a real-life example from one of our service providers, one of our partners. What they do is they package their services into 3 packages based on different user types. Some other service providers would do it based on t-shirt sizes, like small, medium, large. But the essence of it is that you enable the upsell, upgrade between the packages, and within every package you have a set of services which are a natural cross-sell towards your target audience, and you can slice and dice them based on the needs of your either customer segments or types of devices or workloads that you cover. Another way to look at cross-sell is bundling different services with your core offering. So let's say if you're a Microsoft 365 shop and that's your focus, you can attach Microsoft 365 backup and security services to it as a bundle, or if you're focusing on device management and monitoring, device protection for desktops or servers, you can add additional services on top and bundle them, like disaster recovery, like ransomware protection, like backup, and so on. Another great news is that for all these variety of services that we offer through the platform, you do not have to maintain and manage multiple agents, multiple user interfaces, multiple support lines, multiple mechanisms for provisioning and billing. It all comes in one. It's one agent comprising all the services. It's unified single user interface. It's one protection policy. It's one license, well, basically no license at all, because we're talking about the cloud offering and the monthly charge for cloud services. And eventually it's one product. And this is what brings the efficiency and operational efficiency to you. And this is what drives your operational costs down. It allows you to manage more devices per technician, which is one of the KPIs, efficiency of the service provider. Oops, sorry. Now a few words about the partner program that we launched this year. Think of it as a give and take. What we do is we offer a great set of benefits in exchange for your focus and commitment. And please note, I didn't say revenue, because this year, what we've done is we've reconsidered the partner program, we made it focused for service providers, and we have eliminated the revenue threshold for becoming a gold service provider. And with this program, even a small and medium service provider can step up to the gold level and can get access to financial and marketing benefits of the program. Basically, the main prerequisites for it are getting the training and CyberFit certifications from Acronis Academy and gaining the appropriate level of CyberFit score. So let's take a look at what this CyberFit score is. This is a framework that allows us to evaluate the focus of a partner on Acronis. There are 11 metrics in this framework, and the things that we look at are breadth of offerings, basically the number of services that you offer towards your end customers. We're looking at joint sales, which is basically about whether or not we have a joint business plan with you, whether we have a joint target set and agreed. We're looking at joint marketing efforts, whether or not our partner is attempting to do the marketing to acquire more customers and more workloads of existing customers. We're looking at CyberFit certifications, and we're looking at the profile completeness, basically the information that you guys are sharing with us about your business. There are a few other metrics, but overall, it's a pretty straightforward system with 11 metrics in it. Each has a score of 3 points maximum, so it's a 33-point score. And based on this score, you can get access to the benefits of the partner program. And this is the list of benefits. As you can see, it's a pretty long list. I'm not going to go through them one by one. I'll just name a few, the most interesting ones. And it starts with performance-based rebates. So for gold level service providers, we offer performance-based rebates for hitting their quality targets. And on the gold level, the rebate will be 10% from quarterly billings. On the platinum level, the rebate will be 15% from quarterly billings if you hit the target. So this is a pretty substantial benefit. Consider it as an additional discount or additional margin that you can make with Acronis. And for cloud distributors, we also offer performance-based rebate benefits. If a cloud distributor hits the target on the number of acquired service providers, we compensate with 1 month back per every signed contract. And for pay-as-you-go type of offerings, we compensate $100 per every signed pay-go contract. It's also MDF, Marketing Development Funds. This is where we will require to see a clear ROI plan, marketing plan from you. It's dedicated partner account manager, which we offer to all type of committed service providers, be it a small business, be it a medium business. Never mind, and these are your business development managers. This is a dedicated resource that will help you grow your business. On the Acronis side, we provide a unique benefit where we give access to unique sports benefits, and this is the marketing assets of our sports partners, which you can leverage to increase your brand awareness, like tickets to events, like speaking sessions on your events with the sports celebrities, or social media marketing with the sports clubs. And on top of it, you have the NFR key benefits, which you can leverage for your own internal infrastructure. We offer solution engineers assistance to help you sell our services. And this month, we're launching a unique benefit, which is called Partner Demo Lab. This is a pre-built, on-demand virtual demo lab that is available, that will become available to you through the partner portal, which you can leverage to test the functionality of the product, play with the new features, and do a demo with the customers if needed. Now, how to access all these benefits and tools? The answer is Acronis Partner Portal. This is a new partner portal that we launched this year. We have a solid roadmap. We're going to develop more and more functionality and features in this partner portal going forward. And not only this is a hub for all the marketing content that you can leverage, it also offers you a set of sales and marketing tools like campaigns in the box, like running the social media drip campaigns, like running the email marketing campaigns, email drips through this portal. You can manage your customers in this portal. And the partner demo lab that I just mentioned is also going to be there in December. Few words about this unique team-up program that we offer. This is where we can bridge you to some of the top world sports clubs, and this is where we are becoming a software provider and you're becoming a service provider for sport clubs, and that's how you can leverage the benefits of the sports clubs that they can offer. I'm personally an NBA fan, and I had an opportunity to sit there on the floor right next to Los Angeles Lakers bench. I could see LeBron James shook a hand, and this is a pretty good experience, and this is the type of experience that you can provide to your customers if you sign up for this initiative. And we are into multiple different sports. It's racing, you know, we're Formula One partner. It's football, soccer, hockey, baseball, basketball, and other sports as well. So if you're interested to explore this initiative, don't hesitate to reach out. We have a booth out there. We have a session 6 p.m. today speaking about these benefits. Aggressive and impactful promotions is another tool that I suggest you to look at, and just take an example of competitive displacement promo that we're running since Q3. And just with this promotion, we were able to migrate over 15,000 of workloads just in 1 quarter from third-party vendors to Acronis. And with this promotion, what we do is we offer up to 12 months compensation or credit for workloads migrated from a third-party vendor if you have a contract with a third-party vendor, or your customer has a contract with a third-party vendor. And here's an icing on the cake. We also offer a Acronis detection and response solution for your internal needs as a service provider. With this solution, you can protect your own internal infrastructure. This is an enterprise-grade detection and response solution that covers real-time threat prevention, advanced forensic analysis, operating system hardening policies, basically all you need to protect your Windows environment from the growing and increasing cyber threats. And last but not least, your main benefit that you get working with Acronis and your key asset is your partner account manager. Consider it as your external business development resource. These are the people that want to know everything about your business, that want to focus on your business, that want to help you leverage our marketing assets, our sales assets, our partner program. They will guide you through the CyberFit score. They will help you grow the CyberFit score. And overall, their focus, their goal is to grow your business. This is how they're compensated. They get commissions if they grow your business. So talk to them, engage with your partner account manager, and let them navigate you through all these benefits and tools I've been talking about. And with that, I want to pass the stage to Marcus Bauer, who is a senior technology evangelist at Acronis, and he's going to talk about the news in Acronis Cyber Academy. Marcus, over to you.